What can you tell me about Deshong Museum?
Yes, I am.
Deshong. How much time?
Well, I remember more of the stable up the hill there.
Right.
I mean, it's just to be a stable with old Deshong,
Horses.
who owned the park, was stable and the horses stuff up there. It's
Yeah.
a tennis court right up there.
Wow. Like what year are you talking about?
Huh? Oh shit! This is back. I remember back in the '70s, late '60s, '70s.
Late 60s and 70s?
Yeah, late '60s.
So you remember the pool and everything? You used to swim in it or no?
I ain't swimming.
No.
I can't swim.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't swim.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, and it's so much history here, man. It's so much history here, man, that I can't tell you everything.
Wow.
But I remember what I remember.
Right.
The horse stable there, bathrooms up there, water fountains.
Everything,
Water
huh?
fountains, and everything there, barbecue grills out in the park. I mean,
Wow.
Barbecue grills and stuff.
So what do you think about how it is now?
Oh,
Shame.
it went down. It went down, and I can only blame it on the city.
Right?
People who supposed to be running the city, they let it go down like
The
that.
library
Right.
closed up.
Then people start.
Now, I heard, I don't know
Going-
who it is.
No, I'm not blaming nobody else.
They all
We
just
sitting
chilling though.
there
They ain't nothing.
drinking
Yeah.
He
We
left
sitting
some
drinking
money.
now.
Who's that?
Sean, he left some money.
Yeah.
That's supposed to keep the park open.
going.
Keep it going. I don't know what happened to the money. That's the
Disappeared,
story.
right?
Yeah, disappeared.
This place
Somebody
is still
pocket.
really nice though, huh? You all hang out out here. This is a...
All it takes is a little bit of attention, love, and care. You can bring this park back.
You can fix it up.
Yeah.
And that's what they're gonna do eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know what they got planned, but that's what they're gonna do. It's supposed to have been a lot of things years ago.
Yeah.
They supposed to have movie theaters up here,
Everything.
and all that houses and stuff, and they never materialized. That's been about 30-something years now.
Yeah, Magic Johnson was talking about putting a movie theater up here
Yeah, Magic Johnson.
years ago, but I don't know if they never came across.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
All right, what's your name, bro?
Mark Irvin.
Yeah, they
Mark
came
Irvin.
out
What's your
my
name,
way.
bro?
Sylvan Hall.
Silver Hall. All right, can I get permission to use this in the documentary?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, bro.
It's not gonna bother me.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, they don't know me anyway.
People do not respect Chester's past. I personally believe Chester's going to come back. I may be silly, but I'm a long-range planner. The mansion was stunningly beautiful, and the rooms were large and sunny, and it wasn't a little cramped, divided up place. Even on the third floor, the rooms would have made beautiful offices, and for quite some time we had a variety of offices in the mansion building. We had the Girl Scouts, we had United Way, we had some other things that would keep the buildings in use, but not impede use of the park or use of the art museum, the museum there, or so forth.
But the most beautiful building and grounds in Chester are at 11th Street and Edgemont Avenue, the Alfred O. Deshong Memorial Art Gallery that was dedicated September 30th, 1916. 26 acres laid out for a park are included in the gift of this gentleman to his friends the city of Chester into their posterity. The building is of white marble of 15th century style Italian Renaissance. Across the front are a series of beautiful carved panels. The frieze is carved in a decoration with Japanese sword hilts and ancient mirror forms. The front entrance is ornamented with carving in low relief markedly oriental. Massive bronze doors paneled give entrance to the building. The gallery is approached by a driveway that curves in from Edgemont Avenue. The main drive of the park begins at 11th Street and leads to 9th Street, where ornamental iron lamp posts carry the electric light system. The will of the late Alfred O. Deshong will be admitted to probate at media today. It became known yesterday that Mr. Deshong's love for his home city had inspired him to an act of philanthropy, the scope of which is indeed hard to grasp. With his death, the city of Chester becomes sole legatee of substantially all of the vast estate, including the Deshong Mansion and its beautiful grounds and magnificent art collection. What this gift means to the citizens of Chester is almost beyond conception. Briefly, it means an art museum, the like of which no city outside of possibly the great cities of the country can boast.
You can talk about the history and then what happened, how it got to be the way it is today, as far as the court thing, the IDA, all that kind of stuff. That's all part of it, and that's why it's the way it is today.
It's been ignored for a long, long time, but as I recall, it was Mr. Deshong's intent to leave that to the city of Chester and its citizens. And it's a shame that they did not inherit that intact.
On December 2nd, 1990, a Delaware County Daily Times correspondent asked Widener University students, "Do you know where the Deshong art collection is? And have you seen it?"
Some of the things were, I believe, bought by the Widener Art Gallery and so on. But there were the two beautiful big foo dogs that were guarding the entrance. There was the beautiful eagle. There was a huge fountain that was in front of the house.
The one thing that I remember in the museum itself, they had this sword, very impressive.
The inside of the museum was beautiful. We painted it, we kept it up. They had weddings, they had receptions, we had parties, we had fundraisers. We kept that museum up.
Even today, I look to that clock. I would love for that clock to work again. Going to school every day, that clock. got me to school on time every day.
But you know what was amazing? What really struck me was like when we had programs or art shows and different things like that, and people from other areas would come to the art shows. They would be like, "Oh, I don't believe a place like this is down in Chester. I don't believe Chester got a place like," you know, like when they coming through talking, and so I'm like, okay, what do you think, we shouldn't have it? You know what I'm saying? We don't want elegant things. You know what I'm saying? I was like, they crazy, but we kept it up. We kept it up.